This is a recap of the council meeting that was conducted on June 19th. To start off the meeting, we had Rhonda Madura that came and spoke about detour traffic coming off the Parkway and up through Windermere subdivision. His major concern was the closure of Dietz Elkhorn and the possibility of detour traffic being routed through that neighborhood for months at a time. And then we recognized Casey Parker for receiving the Texas Association of Municipal Information Officer Award for an e-newsletter. He was selected for the On the Ranch newsletter for having the second best newsletter out of 600 applicants. From there, we moved on and approved contracts for our street maintenance program this year. One for asphalt rejuvenation and a second for seal coating to be conducted around the city. Since these contracts are now approved, we'll see the application of these products being done sometime between the July and August months of this year. And then we moved on to the Post Oak development, which is the new development that we're looking up at the north end of our city, formerly known as the Reserve. And we had a public hearing related to this on a public improvements district. And establishing this as a means of recouping or providing the funding needed for the infrastructure, water, wastewater, and roads to support this development. Through a PID does create an additional tax burden that will be placed on the homeowners in this subdivision only, but it also takes away from putting that burden on the current residents of our city. And next we had a public hearing reference the annexation of that property, the 334 acres, into the city of Fair Oaks Ranch. We did have one resident, R.W. Simpson, that spoke against the annexation, primarily for the concern of needed water or amount of water needed to support this subdivision. We did move on with that, and council did consider the first reading of an ordinance to annex this property, and that was approved. We did approve an agreement also related to the Post Oak development to provide city services to this development once it's completed, and that's road maintenance, police services, fire services, etc., that other subdivisions in this city also receive. Then council considered the appointment of a committee for looking at a future agreement to provide fire and emergency medical services to our city. This committee that had 3 council members, which were considered and appointed that night, this committee will be put together to review all the options that will be or that are available to provide fire and EMS services to our city. And then council looked and approved the termination of the MDD grant that had previously been approved to provide $1.2 million for the construction of the community center. The last council meeting, council decided to postpone indefinitely moving forward with the community center. And so as a result, we had $1.2 million that were reserved with the MDD, and council on June 19th decided to terminate that agreement. And then council finished up the night with some considerations for our future budget this year and received presentations from multiple staff members on their proposed budget for each of the directorates. And this information will then be used as we move forward. We'll get the utility preparation budget next week, and then determining the final budget for the year, which will determine the tax rate. We finished up the meeting with several announcements, the first being that the July 4th celebration will again be conducted this year on the grounds of the Country Club, and we look forward to a great turnout on Friday, July 4th. Please bring your family and come enjoy the festivities. Applications are open to join our boards, committees, and commissions here at the city. We do need additional volunteers. If you're interested, please contact our city secretary and they'll provide all the information you need. And then last, on June 28th, the Fair Oaks Ranch Police Department is sponsoring a lunch at the Roost. And this is an opportunity for all of our residents to come out and have lunch with our police officers and get to know them better. Now, I did go through this kind of quick. There was a lot of information in here. If you do have additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Contact our city manager, any of our city staff, or other council members. We'd be glad to answer any questions you have about the information I've provided or any other topics that you may have. And thank you for watching.